Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Garden Mess. Today I plan to try to install my drip irrigation that I bought the other day at Home Depot. And I have a timer, but I don't have the batteries for it, so I'm going to hook it up today, just hooking it straight to the faucet where I'd have to come out and manually turn the faucet on for it to start working. But what I'll do is once I go to the store and get me some batteries for the timer, then I'll come back out and show you how to attach the timer. But so for right now, I have all my drip tubing, and this is solid tubing, and I'm going to run it behind my boxwoods here. And then I have this is a Rainbird drip watering faucet connection kit, and it has 3 parts to it. So this is what I'm going to hook up right now to the faucet. This is my faucet on the east side of my house. And this is the one that I'm going to use for now. And I have another one over on the other side. I'll be cooking another system too. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do, I have a 150 mesh filter in this, a backflow preventer, a 25 pounds per square inch pressure regulator, half inch or 0.700 tubing adapter. And it says lock nut should be in upper position. Press, oops, shouldn't have torn it. Press in firmly onto barb tip. Twist the lock nut down. Okay, that's for D. All right. And then you hook the tube to the bottom of that. Okay, so now I've got to match the Okay, what I decided to do is I went ahead and laid the drip line. Again, it's solid, and I'm just going along my front porch, curving it around. I did put a landscape staple right there, and then it's kind of soft, so I might move that staple. I really don't need it. It's laying flat really well. It's actually not the thickest tubing that I've seen, but it'll be fine. It does kink pretty easily, so I was trying to be real careful not to kink it. But I've just run it behind these bricks, and then here I put it out to the center so that I can run emitters to the plants. And I didn't have many staples, so I'm using my rock right there. It's not super heavy, so it's not smushing it, but it is holding it. And then I went around the spirea and around the autumn fern, because I want to be able to put emitters all around. So, and then I left enough height for the tube to get up to there if I have to. I don't know that I have to do that. So anyway, now I'm going to go and cut the end and then connect it to the faucet. So that's what I've been doing off camera, just because it's so bright and sunny out there, and I kept having to move, and there's no way I could have moved the camera where you could have seen it the entire way. So I thought I would just fill you in after I did it. Okay, so now you can see the faucet and the drip tubing. All right, so this is where I'm going to cut it. I have a tool to cut it, so where'd it go? Here it is. All right, so let me do that again. Ooh, this tube is already hot. Where's my little connector piece? That's wet. Ooh, so you don't want it to kink like that. So you want to, this is the side that I want though. All right, I've got my end done. And now I'm gonna, oh boy. Here we go. All right. Alrighty, tighty. And that's pretty tight. Okay, you may or may not have seen what I just showed you, but I had connected, my phone got too hot. It was in the sun and it got overheated. But anyway, I connected the drip line and I did turn it on, and I'll show you, water did come out down here. So you can see where it's kind of moist. So I turned it back off, and now I'll be able to connect the individual emitter tubes, or the tubes, off of this, and then attach the emitters to the tips. So that's going to take a little bit more time, and it's really hot and the sun is there, and so it's not going to make for a good video. So I'm going to move on to something else and we will come back to this. I'm just going to leave my stuff there and I'll come back to it. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some more tubing, and I'm going to put it on the other side of that sidewalk and go ahead and run that tubing. I don't have any landscape staples to stick it down to the ground, but I'll do that after the fact. But at least I'll get the tubing out there. That way when I'm going and doing the individual smaller tubing that goes to the plants with the emitters at the end, I will have the main tube already there for both sides. All right, I've got the drip tube put down. Now this one is not going to go all the way up along the bricks like my other one, because I actually need it to go that way where the faucet is, and also I need it to be able to hit pots that are out here that do not get hit with the sprinklers. And so I don't need it to be all the way up to my front porch, but you'll see I have enough tubing to get up to my potted plant here. It's bright, so I know it's hard to see, but you can see how it makes a loop and it ends right there. So that end piece will come up if I have to. It may be too long. I might not have to do that, but I did it just in case. I've got 500 feet of this tubing, so it goes along right there, and then it swoops by this pot so I can get an emitter to go in there. And then of course I'm increasing the flower bed here so it can go across the grass because I am removing all that grass right there. And then well, I definitely don't want it hitting my plants like it's doing, so I don't have any staples, and the rocks are too heavy or smushing it, but I'll come back in and figure out a way to get it around. But anyway, so it's going to go by that pot so it can get water, and it's going to go around this way so I can get water to that pot. And actually, I have a sprinkler back there that's capped, and I might end up uncapping that. We'll see. Maybe put like a lower spraying nozzle on it. But anyway, so this is where it's going to get connected, and I just got to measure it out and then cut it. And I don't have the the little connector to actually connect it, so I'll just leave it cut here on the ground. Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today's a new day. I had to stop the progress that I was making on my drip irrigation to run to the store and get different emitters for the containers. And so I think I have the right ones now, and so we're going to continue doing that. I don't remember where I left off, so I do apologize. I think the last thing that I did was connect the timer and the connection valves for the drip tubing onto the second faucet. And now I'm going to be tapping into the main drip tube line to run the individual, or to run the 1/4 inch small drip tubing, and then run that into these emitters. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. But first, I also wanted to say happy birthday to my daughter-in-law, Joanne Freestad. She is stationed with my son in Hawaii, and I just wanted to say happy birthday to her. Anyway, y'all, it's hard having children far away from home, not being able to hug them and see them on a regular basis. But I am so very proud of them, as we all are of our children. But anyway, so let's get to putting in these little 1/4 inch drip tubes. I have a tool to do it, but look, I've never done this before, so if I struggle and you see that I'm too weak to get it done, have grace with me. I am definitely trying to do this without using the tool, but I may have to go and grab that tool. Anyway, let's get to it. All right, these don't have any of the watering amount per gallon, which, I mean, somewhat frustrating, but until I can get a better one, this is what I'm going to put in there for now, because I just need water to get up into these containers without me, having to do anything. So I'm going to get this connected. I've got my 1/4 inch drip tubing, and I'm going to go out there and we're going to get these plugged into the main line. Here's the little tool that I might have to end up using if I don't have the strength to get these little emitters into the tube. So if I don't have the strength to do it, I will end up using this. I have it just in case. I was able to get the barbed parts with just my hand strength, but I'm not sure if these little ones, they're a little bit smaller, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it or not. This is why I need the drip irrigation. See how this is all wilted? And it's just from the heat. And every time I water it, it perks right back up. So it's not dead. It's not on its way out. But I just don't want it going back and forth, back and forth. I don't want it fluctuating like that. I would prefer that it be all the way, all the way moist, so I don't have to deal with that. I have a feeling the sprinkler's about to kick on over here, so before I start this, I got to get these little bit of weeds up, just so they're not distracting me. All right. So the drip tube is over here. And the water sprinklers do reach over here. You can see that this is moist on the ground. It's just not getting up inside of this container. I mean, this is wet, and that is kind of damp. So it's getting some water. But I don't run my sprinklers for my lawn as often as people would think. So, all right, this is going to actually stay. Let it stay there. I'm going to pop it into here and run it up this right here. Oh, one more thing I want to point out. Let me go back over here real quick. Okay, so this was the orbit, and this is the stake that goes in, and it sprays from the top in a circle, and this little tip connects to the quarter tubing. But this is what it came with. There was no, so the Rainbird comes with an extra piece that you can poke into the tubing, and this is what comes on the Rainbird. This little piece that you pop it into the tubing, you put you pop this pointed tip into the 1/2-inch tubing, and then you put the 1/4-inch solid tubing on this end, then run it up, and then the solid tip will connect to this part right here. So Rainbird gives you both parts. So I had to steal from Peter to pay Paul. There it is. Because Orbit did not have that. So another strike against this one. I mean, when you're trying to get stuff done, you don't want to have to be thinking too hard about it, right? You want it to all kind of be right there for you. So anyway, I won't be buying these anymore. I will maybe go online and find the right stuff and order it from Amazon or someplace. I just wanted to go to a local place and get it right away. But all right, so let me set this up. Okay, I slid the little emitter down into the smallest hole, and that should be all that I need. So let's see how this works. It's kind of a congested area over here, so it's going to be somewhat hard to see this. All right, wish me luck. I'm really going to need it, I think. Watch out. Okay, I'm going to get wet, but all right. Did I get it in? I don't think so. Oh, it bent my, oh my. Hold on. Uh-oh, that might be a big fail. This little gadget bent my little, okay. Gotta regroup. Feel like a little army that's getting defeated. All right, let's see here. Oh, it bent it. Wow. You see that? Bent it. All right, I'm just gonna have to try with my hands, I guess. Let me see if I can do it off camera. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, please hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time, have a good day.